Alright, hello everybody. So, this is an updated PvP build video. I know I came up with one about like a few days ago last week, but I did say I'm gonna make a new video after the recent patch. This is gonna be less of a tanky video. So, in my last PvP video, you have a lot of sustain, you're not gonna die, you're gonna survive. But this new PvP build video is gonna make you more of an assassin tank, which is what a lot of us who play SNS and Dagger were after in the beginning. So there's been many changes to the skills. Um, we finally can deal with bow players. Devoted Shield has been nerfed. Now it only procs once every minute, and when they're below 30% HP. I'll quickly show you guys for those of you that don't know. So if I change over to bow, this is the reason why we had such a difficult time before, but now this is nerfed, Devoted Shield. It is no longer as OP as it was before. Now, when you see it proc on them, it is a bigger shield, but all you gotta do is wait 3 seconds and it's gone. Just wait 3 seconds, let the shield disappear by itself. Go invisible, press Q, block for a second, wait till it's gone and then jump on them, and they're dead. We no longer have to deal with bow players and their stupid devoted shield, so it's nerfed now. Um, I'll go over my build now quickly. So this is the poison build. I released a video on it before, um, like a short clip, and I never released the build because at the time devoted shield was still a thing. But with the new upgrades to daggers and the nerfs to bow and changes across the board, I will upload this class now. Now let's get into the build. So gear-wise, nothing's really changed from the last video. So I'll just do a quick overview, nothing too in depth, but 50 strength, 40 dex, 46 perception. The only thing that might change here is your perception may go down. You're gonna lose 4 perception, because one thing I'm gonna do, and I recommend you all do if you follow my build, is change class for the Conqueror out for the PvP necklace, Icy Necklace of Strength. This will give you a lot more hit chance. I'm still working on mine, just trying to get some better traits before I switch it out. But this will give you a lot more hit chance compared to the Class of the Conqueror. But if you're just running this build in PvE, Class of the Conqueror is fine. And if you already have Class of the Conqueror, like I do, it is fine. You don't have to change it out. But this is better. Icy Necklace of Strength from the PvP vendor. You get it with the arena coins. Now, yeah, so we've gone over that. Now, gear-wise, quick overview, like I said. So Darkslayer Dagger, Karnix Netherblade, crit hit chance, heavy attack chance on both. The helmet is a Hood of the Resistance, hit chance, crit hit chance as a base stat on the gear. And then you're running range evasion, magic evasion, max health. Same thing here, Phantom Wolf Tunic, range evasion, magic evasion, max health. Same on the pants, range, magic, evasions, and max health. The gloves is the Heroic Grips of Resistance for the hit chance and the inherent magic evasion it comes with. Once again on this, you're going to run magic endurance, magic evasion, ranged evasion. On the boots, you're going to run max health, magic evasion, and range evasion. These boots you can change out if you don't care about the crit hit chance. You can put something to boost your stats a bit, so you're not locked in with these boots. You can run different boots if you choose to. You could even run the cloth hit chance boots that I made in one of my previous builds. It'll boost your hit chance up to 960 or 980. That's also something you could take here. Just remember, if you do take that, you will be losing a little bit of ranged evasion, because I think they're cloth boots. Anyway, necklace, I already went over it. This Braces of the Primal King, you're taking it for the bonus damage. It's a little bit of a damage boost for you. If you want to be tankier against archers, you can take Saradoma Bracers here, the blue one, and then play around with the stats so you get what you need. So I think it's this one. If you don't have Bracers of the Primal King, you can run this. It comes with the ranged evasion, which is very good, and mana regen does really help this class. So yeah, that's an alternative you could take there. I've got Eldritch Ice Band here right now. Now, this isn't locked in stone. I might change some things out because we have got some new rings with these dungeons. So one that looks really good, you could change Eldritch Iceband out for is, you find it here. Oh, it might not be here. Um, it's gonna be in the box. Oh no, it is here. So this one is the Perception Ring. Gives you attack speed, which is useful, bind chance, and perception. This is also a very good ring. So if you run Island Terror, the new dungeon, and you can get this ring, run this one instead of Eldritch Iceband. You'll have a good time with it too. Eldritch Iceband, I'm just using it because I have it, but that's another ring you could use. Girdle of Spectral Skulls is what I have here as a belt. Once again, you could use Belt of Bloodlust. You could change this out for another belt that gives stats if you want. But I'm using this because I just got it. It's not that expensive. It's a few hundred lucent to craft it. Nobody really uses Girdle of Spectral Skulls, but the best one for this slot would be Belt of Bloodlust. Let me take a quick look, see if any new belts are here. I think this is a good belt. If you're running plate armor version of my build, gives melee evasion. Other than that, there's really wisdom belt. You probably wouldn't want that. There's a perception belt here. You could take this instead. Gives max health and perception. Because I know Girdle of Spectral Souls isn't easy to get, but it is easy to buy if you've been selling things for Lucent. That's another option. And then Amber Dimensional Band. Once again, this is a staple. A lot of builds use it. Free ring, basically, if you just do your contracts. I mean, your dungeon, sorry. Your contracts. I can't remember what you get it from, but yeah, one of those free token box rings or whatever. So yeah, this is the gear. Now, the thing you've all been waiting for is the skill build. Now, in this build, remember, you're less tanky. There are some things you can swap out to be more tanky, but you're more of an assassin tank. You could still survive quite a long time compared to other DPSs, but here you are somebody who is just gonna melt people. As you can see from the PvP video before, in that video people were exploiting a little bit. That one guy, I think it was the staff bow guy, maybe he's a little bit angry that he got nerfed, but he was spamming his morph button every time I was on him. I don't know if you guys saw that. That's an exploit. I wouldn't advise doing it because if you are reported doing it, you can get banned. But you could do something where you're spam morphing in the dungeon, and it makes it hard for whoever's on you to target you. But as you could see, he was doing that, and I was still sticking on him because I wanted to teach him a lesson. It took me a longer time to kill him because he was spam morphing, so he'd go invisible, so you feel like you lost your target, but he is still there. You just got to keep spamming your target button. For me, it's tab. I also have my abilities set to, when I press an ability, it'll target the closest person to me automatically. So his exploit doesn't work if you've got that setting on your settings activated. So just be careful of people like that in arena. They're spamming morph to avoid target, like to hide from you basically. Um, yeah, that bow staff user were using it, but as you can see, I got over 200k damage in arena with this build. Somebody on the enemy team had more than me, but for a Dagger SNS, that's really good. Um, I've been playing some ranked arenas since the update. Let me show you guys. So I've won. That was a ranked arena, by the way, the one that I just showed you guys. But I've won all of them. I've yet to lose one. This build is very good. I know I got 8 losses here, but this is before the update when we were not buffed and bow was not nerfed. So these losses are from before the patch, and these 4 wins are today. I haven't lost one. But yeah, sorry about the delay. I'm going off a bit, but let's go into the skills now. So what you're gonna run, I'm gonna go over it quickly, is Q block. Obvious choice, keeps you alive, allows your party to get to you to heal you. It's an oh fuck button if you made a mistake. Same as the invis. Cleaving Moonlight, Shield Strike, Shadow Strike. Now Vampiric Strike, I'll explain why I'm taking this. It got a buff. It's a pretty good buff as well. It's a damage buff, and the heal effect does kind of help on you, but if you don't like it, you can change it out. I'm running it right now, and I'll go over some alternatives you could take as well. Now, a shot at victory, brutal incision, camouflage cloak. Sorry, I'm a little bit sick, so I'm coughing a bit. Fatal Stigma. You're running Chain Hook, Umbral Spirit. This is where your damage is coming out of. Counter Barrier, and your Inject Venom. Now, these three skills go very well hand in hand together. I don't know if you could see in the PvP clip before, but the guy was not even next to me. I wasn't hitting him, but my counter barrier was proccing the poison on him, and it was proccing the Umbral Spirit on him, so he was dying very quickly. I think he died actually. I got the kill. But yeah, these three abilities are amazing together. Now, you're taking Skillful Evasion for the passive, Resilient Mind, Impenetrable, Aegis Shield, Assassin's Instinct, Shadow Walker, Wraith's Edge, and Murderous Energy. Murderous Energy because you are running a poison build. So the longer they're poisoned, the more damage they take. In open world PvP, if you do run it at nighttime, it's an even bigger spike to your damage. It's this build in open world, you would change a few things out. I'll go over it now, but very good build. Now we'll go into the skill specializations. We'll start off with SNS because it's got the least points in now. With Piercing Strike, you're going to take the, obviously, Piercing Strike to make it the cone. Counter Barrier, you're going to take the cooldown and the damage increase. Chain Hook, now this, you could change it out for something else. I just have it like this because I'm running Arena, because a real Chain Hook is useful in Arena. But in Open World, you would take that off, because when players get behind you, it gets a little bit messy. It's better if you just chain them to you. So yeah, you don't have to take rear chain hook. You could take it off and put those points somewhere else. Now, at Shot at Victory, you're going to just take the effect boost. With the dagger side of things, you're going to take the consecutive use on Cleaving Moonlight and the additional damage to poisoned enemies. Shadow Strike, you're just going to take the scale distance increase, very useful. Inject Venom, you're going to take the bottom ones, so cooldown reduction and effect duration increase. This is so you can make sure your enemies are always poisoned. They'll be poisoned 100% of the time that you're fighting them, because you could just pop it again and again until they die, pretty much. Brutal Incision, you take it with the damage increase to poison targets. Umbral Spirit, you would take the damage increase for poison attacks. And duration increase. Now, Vampiric Strike, like I said, you don't have to run this, but the reason why I'm running it is because it has been buffed. This ability has been buffed in the recent patch, today's patch. So I take the additional hit, this is what's been buffed, and the base damage of it overall has been buffed, and I'm taking the effect boost. Camouflage Cloak, you're going to take the CC immunity. It's better than taking the cooldown reduction. Yeah, that's what I take on it. And Fatal Stigma. Now, this is you're only going to get buffed when the tier 2 daggers come out, and Fatal Stigma gets the silent trackers, the new daggers that have a Fatal Stigma skill on them. You're going to get a 25% damage boost when those daggers come out, and you'll get an even longer distance to cast it, so you don't have to take that. You could put that in an AoE if you want, or somewhere else. But for now, we don't have those daggers, so I'm running the skill distance increase and the damage increase. Now, a few things you could change out, like I said. Now, right now, I'm running Vampiric Strike just to test it. I showed you guys what it's like before. It does a decent amount of damage. You can finish people off for it. It gives you a teeny bit of a heal. It's kind of useful. If you don't want to run it, if you still think it's crap, you can run like a few different things. So one thing you could run, if you took it out, there's knife throwing. Now with knife throwing, because you're running a poison build, I would keep it as it is here. This the heal, the debuff to incoming heals that it does to your target has also been buffed with a recent dagger patch. Remember that. So if you do take this instead of Vampiric Strike, you can, just to stop your target from healing themselves. You can take the additional knife hit, if you want to, or you could take the effect duration, which is a lot better, and you could put these points into somewhere else if you're not running Vampiric Strike. Just remember, don't take the lightning throw. You don't get the heal. It doesn't reduce their healing if you take the lightning throw. Remember that. If you're running a lightning build, you can take this, but because you're not right now and you're running this, this is a good thing to slot in instead of Vampiric Strike if you don't like it. But make sure you take the effect duration increase. This is a must-have just to keep that debuff on healers longer so you could kill them. This is also good when you're fighting SNS wand players. It'll help a lot. Another thing you could take instead of Vampiric Strike is Ankle Strike. So remember, Vampiric Strike is this one. You could take Ankle Strike instead, and with Ankle Strike, then with the extra points, you would take the offhand weapon activation, and you would take the expand conditions to slow them as well. So this is obvious. Everyone knows what it does. Trips people after you use your bind or your chain on them. Very useful. I'm not running it right now. I don't see the need for it, but I know some people won't want to run Vampiric Strike, so you can run that instead. And if you want to be more tanky with this build, you can run two abilities. So it's up to you. Instead of Vampiric Strike and Ankle Strike here, if you want to be a lot more tanky, you can run either Stalwart Bastion with the Stalwart Ego, and this will make your damage reduction very high. It gives you 127 at level 2, even higher if you have it at level 5. You could run that, and you could put the extra point somewhere else. Or another skill you could run instead is Immortal Pride. Now you want to take this defense increase if you do run Immortal Pride, maybe the health boost as well, and you'd have a lot more extra points which you could do things with. Another thing I like to do sometimes is this chain hook. Changing it to controlled rake. Now this skill, I will release some PvP videos in the future of me using this controlled rake. It is OP. It is amazing. It targets up to 10 targets. You could pull 10 people with this. So I use this in the open world mostly, controlling rake. So I switch into this. I do sometimes, in open world I would remove Vampiric Strike. I wouldn't use it. So I would use controlling rake instead. And maybe like Immortal Pride as well. Or even Stalwart Bastion here instead. I might even take Umbral Spirit off. I'll show you my open world build here. Here it is. So it's a lot different. My open world PvP build. It's more focused on supporting my team in GVGs. I got controlled rake to pull like 10 people to me, and then let my teammates bomb them. If you want to play more of a tanky build, here is a tanky build. I'll make a separate video about this though another day. You can take a quick look at it. It's not much different than what I already have. Now, in the open world, like I said though, this tank assassin build, you could take things like that. You could take, like I said, take the Vampiric Strike off, and you could put on, let's say, Stalwart Bastion. You put that on, and you could run, let's see, you'd run Stalwart Ego, movement speed boost, and slot that in there. Now you have something very dangerous. For the open world, when you pop your poison, Umbral Spirit, Stalwart Bastion, and your counter barrier, people who attack you, especially crossbow users, they're just going to melt. They're going to melt really fast because they're going to be taking the damage from your damage reduction, which is going to be like 180, 190. They're going to be taking Umbral Spirit damage and poison damage all at the same time while you have these four abilities on it at once. Another thing, if you're running this in open world, you want to take this off of a shot at victory and get the AoE Annihilation Blade. So this is how you'd run it in open world PvP. So you have to deal with a lot more people. So in open world, I would run it like this. So instead of Vampiric Strike, take Stalwart Bastion. This is probably the best ability you could slot in if you don't like Vampiric Strike. Yeah, other than that, this is the build pretty much as it is. In Arena, I was running it like I showed you originally, just with this, not Stalwart Bastion. I'm running Vampiric Strike. I'm just experimenting with Vampiric Strike. Just this fourth ability basically is what I'm trying to tell you guys. You could change it out for whatever you like. I'm just running this for now. I might even give Frenzied Sword Dance a try. This has also been buffed with this AoE damage here. So you could give that a try too. Might be worth giving it a go actually. I might do it right now. But yeah, that is the build. Sorry again, I am sick. But yeah, if you liked it, please give me a like, subscribe, and tune in for more if you'd like to see future PvP videos. I'll be uploading a lot more now that nerf is in place. I'll be uploading more PvP videos in the future. If you have any requests, please just let me know in the comments. I do have a melee evasion build that I'm building slowly, so I have two pieces here for it. I need to get shock commander stuff and other pieces that give me melee evasion. I know a lot of you don't want to deal with greatsword users, so I am working on that. Just give me some time while I get the pieces ready, and soon I'll make a melee SNS dagger melee evasion build. Um, Melee and ranged evasion is what you're gonna have in it. So yeah, tune in for that. Thank you for watching. Yeah, see you guys.